I come from a family where if you're having, because we were 3 sisters and mum, I can't even remember what part Dad played in it, but if you were in the middle of a conversation and you needed to go to the loo, you went to the loo and you left the door open, you continued the conversation.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
There were no barriers at all. And then when I got married, my husband came from a family where absolutely the opposite.
Yeah. Right.
And he couldn't understand the fact that I came from a family with no barriers and he came from a family with barriers. And it took a lot of talking things through, actually, to sort of suss out that. And I had to respect his need for the barriers. Because I couldn't believe it. When he went to the loo the first time, he closed the door and stopped the conversation.
But
hang on a minute, you don't do that.
The minute you have children, there are no barriers. I can't remember the last time I went to the loo in solitary confinement. They're always... They don't talk to you all day.
I know.
The minute you sit on the loo, it's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that the question is, though, as you said, and you didn't answer it for me, so I want to see if we can, as a group, when are you letting yourself go to just be able to go, you know, is that you're so comfortable with your partner and that they love you and this is just part of being a human being?
But it's not that I'm not comfortable with him, because I genuinely feel if I'm sick or ill, he would look after me and there'd be no problem at all. But it's just me. I'm not comfortable with that.
But what about childbirth?
Yeah, well, he was there.
Yeah.
But I mean, childbirth is an event, you know, for me.
Well,
I think you can control whether you as you say, you leave the room or whatever. I mean, you wouldn't, if you wanted to do it now, you wouldn't do it live on television. So why do it at home in front of everybody?
Yeah. What I remember this.
Because if you're not careful, you'll forget and do it in front of people that you don't want to do it in front of.
Yeah, which does happen to me. But I knew this girl, and she was in the throes of her labour, and they were this mad, passionate, in love couple. And she was on the floor, you know, in their flat, screaming, and just everything was, you know, coming out. And she turned to her one great love, and she looked at him, and he just looked slightly repulsed. And she said she knew, and this is so sad, she knew in that minute that he didn't want true intimacy with her, and he knew that it was over. Isn't that kind of beautiful and tragic at the same time?
Yeah.
I think
it is a funny thing. We've got one. Of course, we've got one running the United States president.
Yes.
Yeah, we have.
We certainly have. We certainly have.
That's the word for
today.
it.